over 200 greenhouses on the farm in a week's time. So all these greenhouses will be flattened.
我每天来啊，都看到姑姑啊、叔叔他们啊。以后农场没有了哦，就没有这样亲切了。
它主要是我生儿育女、培养孩子长大，那也是我生命的全部。
Today is the last day of the delivery, and it's also the last day of operation for the farm. My uncles and my aunties, they are the ones who are doing the work themselves. So, you know, they wake up really early in the morning and they work like almost 12-hour shift every day. How's it?
不用怕了，不用怕，农场不会有剩的。
你没有看过这些？
是的。
这些人吃东西哦。
We work so closely together. Naturally, there will be increased conflict. Now that the farm is closing down, it's actually helping the situation between family members because now everybody, again, you know, they have a common goal, just like when the farm first started. And I think it's improving the relationships between the family. These are some of my favorite photos. The first one, it was taken, I think a few years back. There was a freak hailstorm in Singapore. The next photo is taken during one of my grandmother's birthday celebration. Whenever it was a birthday, like the whole family would gather at the farm to celebrate with her. We would get the same cake every year because that's her favorite cake. Then the next photo was my sister's wedding. I think it's a privilege and I'm very fortunate to be able to grow up in a rural Singapore environment. The fact that I grew up always with family around me, so there's always the support that the family offers. I didn't really appreciate that until I grow older and I start to understand, like, it's with this support that I'm able to be who I am, I'm able to pursue my dreams. When I first told my parents that I wanted to pursue photography as a career, I think they didn't think that I was being serious about it. Because to them, photography is just a hobby at most. I was talking about studying overseas, you know, then obviously they discourage it because they feel that it's not a proper career choice.
一方面有邻居讲摄影，有些回来不懂，可以讨生活吗？赚得到钱吗？这些啦。
到现在呢？现在还会操心吗？
不会啦，你们都长大成人了，还要操心啊。
when I was younger, I always thought that I'm different, right? I like to travel. I don't want to settle down in Singapore, for example. And I didn't actually think that it was important to show my family. I didn't felt that, okay, the family was, we had a good story. So there was a life-changing episode in 2008 on a Christmas Eve. I was feeling feverish, and then the doctor said I had some infection, just gave me some antibiotics. So I went to sleep that night. When I woke up next, I found myself in a hospital.
连我每天在这里忙忙碌碌，他在家的情形都回去都很累了，都没有什么发现到他家里的情形啊。就是起来的时候，慧颖就讲了一句说 ：“Oh my God！” 就整个人晕过去，连吐那个白沫啦。我就吓到。就赶快跟慧颖的爸爸讲，慧颖的爸爸就叫救护车来啦。
After the doctors did some testing, they found out that I had meningitis, so which is an infection of the brain cover.
医生说。问他会不会以后有副作用，医生讲很难跟你讲啦，之后就没有副作用，就很开心了。不然我就在担心说，如果他没有醒来的话，我就很辛苦啦，就要以泪洗脸这样啦。
So after that incident, right, I realized that if I had died then, the only regret that I would have in my life would be that I've neglected my parents, my family, that I wasn't close to them. So I wanted to use photography as a way to explore their relationship and also to close up the gap between me and them. We had over 200 greenhouses on the farm. They're separated into different sections, with each section growing a different crop. In a week's time, so all these greenhouses will be flattened.
当我拿到第一份的估价单，我非常的惊讶啦！哇，原来还原一个土地呢，给政府是要那么昂贵的。第一份呢就将近50万，第二份呢也是差不多那个价钱。这个是一个很大的问题，因为已经大大的超出我的预算了。我们现在啊，就是承认这个 garage sales，然后就是在卖一些我们不要的东西啦。然后茶杯啦，这些我们收集的啦。我结婚好像用这个来敬茶的，
有纪念价值哎。
I came here, then Mr. O gave me a very in-depth tour about the farm. It was a very, very emotional tour because I feel that I want my kids to see a place like this. During the meeting, I actually saw some very, very old pictures. Our president, Ong Teng Cheong, and some of the ministers in the pictures. Mr. O did told me about the reinstatement fees. I was actually very shocked. This is one of the saddest days in my life. I was fighting back my tears when I was leaving the farm. He had many sleepless nights. I feel so much for him. I was actually joking with him, saying, just run away lah, just close the farm. But he said, 不可以啦，待会我公公来找我，我可以死，这个一传三代的名字，我还是要保存下来啦。I have full respect for this man. People will say, hey, can we start a petition? Can we do fundraising for Mr. O? There are also another group of people, they are very angry. They say, how come you want a farm to just go like this? I think the public wanted the farm to stay.
From her post, most people got the idea that we were being chased away from the land. So the narrative went out of control as well. But actually, it was a decision that the family made.
起初看到的话，就是觉得有一些不妥跟担心了。下坡土地管理局有一天他就打电话给我了，说 Mr. 我们明天下午来 meeting 好吗？那我说当然好啊。
只要 level 它就可以了。就是里面的 concrete 一定要全部拿起来就对了。
No. It's too expensive.
Oh, so you're not going to extract from the ground?
No.
Just leave it like that?
No, we are going to hack it.
Hack away, remove. But then there'll be a lobang, there'll be a big hole in the ground.
We need to cover level.
You need to backfill lah.
Backfill. Oh, sorry.
So in the case of old farm, we have the advantage of having an early notification as well as the cooperation from the owner to remove the structures early so that the remaining term of the lease, right, there is sufficient period for the turf to re-establish naturally. In that way, there is no need for old farm to plant the turf. As a result, it saves them some cost.
And this one will hack away and then make it level.
Because eventually, I think we'll let the vegetation grow by itself.
SFA 呢，跟 SLA 它是说可能可以就是用另外一种方法来完成，而不需要去种植。那这个呢，我们几个都比较心安。
Today we are having our last meal together with all our workers. There's definitely some mixed feeling because we have been here since young. Of course, it's a relief.
我每天来啊，都看到姑姑啊、叔叔他们啊，大家都在一起，有说有笑的，还有新鲜蔬菜吃。就这样咯，以后农场没有了哦，就没有这样亲切了。
现在农场要关了，我们就是认为说，之前辛苦的已经过去了，所以就是期待接下来怎么去享受人生哦。
Can we raise a cup? Last time. Okay. Cheers and all the best for all your futures. Okay.
Y'all after that where you go after the farm? After Ochinhuat?
After Ochinhuat, I'm going to work. What farm?
So will y'all miss the farm?
Yes, I really miss farm. What farm is my family look like this. Every good for me, everything is thank you so much.
Sure, no, you don't because I asked that you say.
No, yes, I have.
Yeah.
Inside, yes.
Okay. One, two, three. Okay, one more time.
I'm going to miss the workers on the farm, especially from the production team, because I work more closely with them.
1, 2, 3, smile.
It's been pretty surreal, to see it, how it started with a flat land. Looks completely different from when the farm was operating. And now it just reminds me of the beginning, how it was.
有时出去外面，我讲我要回家了，我要回家了，就是回到这个农场的意思。它主要是我生儿育女，培养孩子长大，跟孩子、跟兄弟姐妹，每一天共同生活的一个地方。那也是我生命的全部。
My youngest uncle, he held his wedding at a farm. That was when the farm just started. My younger sister, so she also had her wedding at a farm. And for me, just last year, we had our wedding at a farm as well. I feel that my family history, has taught me a lot of valuable lessons. Like they have amazing work ethics, which I hope I can carry on. This is for sure going to be the closing photo of my project. It shows my parents. It's dark. There's only the two of them left. And yeah, this is, you will never see this scene again. I feel that it's a very nice conclusion to this chapter of our family history. And finally, my family, they can get the rest that they deserve.